Great news coming in from the Sun newspaper about Mauricio Pochettino replacing Erik ten Hag, and great news still coming in about transfers who could definitely be at the football club Manchester United, as if several football players have been tipped, and they definitely include Michael Olise. Not forgetting that Pedro Neto is one of those football players that could be making that move to the football club Manchester United. Victor Osimhen's transfer to Manchester United is yet another that we are going to be looking into, and this comes in from the Sun still. And again, Victor Gyokeres, who's an Arsenal target, also now heavily linked to Manchester United. What does that mean for the football club Manchester United? Then Gerard Brathwaite, also yet another football player from Everton who's been heavily linked to the club Manchester United, and the Sun is bringing to you the latest information, getting all this from the Sun, which is quite a credible source, and this newspaper is quite well known for bringing the truth, telling the truth. So let's hope things really are moving quite well for you, and we're going to be talking about exactly what is definitely transpiring. So you definitely know that Manchester United at this moment in time could be replacing Erik ten Hag, despite the fact that a lot of Manchester United fans are not sure whether to keep Erik ten Hag or to let him go. Now, I will put on a poll. Should Mauricio Pochettino replace Erik ten Hag at the Old Trafford? Who should be the manager of Manchester United? Do you think Erik ten Hag should remain at Manchester United as the manager of the squad, or do you definitely need Mauricio Pochettino to be Manchester United's next manager? That will definitely be the question for you before we even get into the real transfers. Anyway, before we go any further, let's talk a little bit about football these days. What's happening? Football managers are not being given enough time. What is happening? Football managers are not being given enough time. And what do I mean by they're not being given enough time? When you look at Mauricio Pochettino, has just spent just one season, one season, and he's performed, I must say, the last 5 games he's played, he's won the last 5 games. It's been a horrible season for him, but it will be noted that when he was starting, he didn't go on quite well, but he's been trying to build, and they found a team that was in tatters, found it in a very bad state. The fact that they've even had European football, that is brilliant. That is definitely brilliant. He's taken it to another level. But Todd Bowley, the co-owner of Chelsea, was not very happy about it. He had other plans, and definitely they had to part ways by mutual consent. So the question is, where is this going to end? I know Chelsea has definitely changed managers, loads of managers, around 5 managers in a very short period of time. What are they thinking? Anyway, Mauricio Pochettino, you're welcome to the club Manchester United. If you're coming to Manchester United, I will welcome you. I'll definitely be happy that you're coming. Anyway, that's my opinion. But you as a Manchester United football fan, what do you think about Mauricio Pochettino moving to the football club Manchester United? He's been sacked, and I feel a little bit bad for him, but I don't think that he's going to be out of work. That is definitely out. I think he's going to get a job immediately, as already he's been linked to a couple of clubs, despite the fact that Manchester United have made that hurry. They've definitely gone on and made that move to make sure that he can be managing Manchester United. So the battle is going to be between Manchester United's current manager Erik ten Hag and then also Mauricio Pochettino, and the poll still stands who definitely should manage the football club Manchester United. Get into the comment section, let us know what you definitely think right about here at the United chapter with me, your very host Abu KALS. And I told you before, we're getting news from the Sun, which is quite a reliable source, and we want to see what exactly they are talking about. What are they talking about? Victor Gyokeres, yeah? First of all, let's talk a little bit about Michael Olise, who's been linked to the club Manchester United for a bit of time, and the Sun has got to say this about him. Olise has been heavily linked to Manchester United to make a switch to United after a brilliant campaign at Crystal Palace, which was cut short due to injuries. His boyhood allergies allegiances to the Reds could swing him towards a move to the Old Trafford, and odds suggest that the Northwest is his most likely destination, and that's what the Sun has got to say. I must say, Michael Olise scored a couple of goals, and those of you who watched Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, you definitely know the kind of football player that we are talking about. If you sign Michael Olise, then definitely you are getting a good football player in your squad. So I'm for Michael Olise 100%. If Manchester United can go on and sign Michael Olise, that will definitely be a brilliant thing for the club. Let's get the party rolling again. Talking a little bit now about Pedro Neto and what could be happening with Pedro Neto, as Manchester United is linked with the Wolves superstar who's been playing for Wolves for quite a while, and he's also been, despite the fact that he's been linked to Wales, to Manchester United, he's also been linked to Arsenal. And with Arsenal, he's been an Arsenal target for a while. But let's see what the Sun still has to say about this move. Manchester United are outsiders to add Neto to the squad, who could be considered an alternative to Michael Olise if Michael Olise does not sign for Manchester United. If Crystal Palace remain with Michael Olise, that will definitely mean that Manchester United could go for Pedro Neto. I don't think United should go for a second option. If Manchester United is going for Michael Olise, let Manchester United go on and give it the biggest of tries, and all will definitely go on quite well. Number 3 on my list is Victor Osimhen from Napoli. Manchester United are definitely interested in the superstar. He's been making rounds and getting information from the Sun. We're seeing a Napoli president has gone on and made it known that Victor Osimhen will be off in the summer transfer window, but his destination is unknown. United have considered a move for the Nigerian striker previously, but they are outsiders to add him to their striking force, with Paris Saint-Germain set to sign him and also being the favorites. Now, Manchester United is interested in signing Victor Osimhen. If Victor Osimhen signs for Manchester United, I can comfortably say you are definitely signing goals into your club. That is the sort of football player that he is. I hope things go on quite well for this transfer. Manchester United picks a load of interest into him, and they can inject in the money that is needed. And you definitely know that Manchester United deserve a very good striker. I was quite disappointed that United did not go for Harry Kane, but for some reason, Erik ten Hag at some point in time came out and clarified everything and said the reason is because they could not give Manchester United the chance to sign him. Looks like Tottenham Hotspur was not ready to give Manchester United the chance to sign Harry Kane, and that's why we saw him make that move to Bayern Munich. Anyway, let's get the party rolling again, and we're talking about yet another wonderful superstar who's been heavily linked to Arsenal, and now Manchester United follows suit, and we're talking about Victor Gyokeres, the Swedish international who's been playing for Sporting Lisbon for a bit of time, and at this moment in time he can be making that move. We're talking about a football player who's definitely gonna scored 43 goals in 49 appearances, and if he makes that move to Manchester United, that will be quite great. And the Sun still has got to say, since his summer arrival from Coventry City, Victor Gyokeres has enjoyed the season of his career to date with 43 goals and 49 appearances, and he will definitely be keen to remain at his current club. Not him being keen, but Ruben who will be keen to keep him at his current club, and has the leverage to do that with another 4 years left on his contract. This means that the Swede is currently backed to remain in Portugal, but Manchester United have an outside chance of definitely landing him. And also Everton yet still getting this from the Sun again. Everton reports have suggested that the Merseyside club are expecting to lose their centre-back this very season, with clubs circling and their financial situation will not fully under control. United and under control, fully under control. Well, as Manchester United will look to benefit by snapping him up at a cut price, and this appears to a certain looking at the latest markers. Anyway, I think with all these transfers, the transfer season is definitely getting to yet another level. I think Manchester United is going to have a very wonderful transfer season this time around. We've definitely focused on the Sun, as it's definitely one of those most reliable sources for the football club. For many football fans, and if you want reliable information, you can always visit the Sun. Anyway, that has definitely been it for now, and please thank you for being part of the United chapter, and make up and subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as it's sporting, as long as it's Manchester United related, right about here at the United chapter with me, your very host Abu KALS. As I say, thank you and goodbye for now. Let's meet in yet another video.